This is a play. I mean, originally I started with something that was very personal, and then I got help from you a lot, because when you were mentioning why not this character, what's happening with this character? Is he having a specific type of condition, specific diagnosis? And like I told you personally, I didn't want to just narrow the character down to limit to that. A, because I don't know a lot about the condition, schizophrenia, I don't know. And B, I felt like I'm already sentencing the character to be viewed in a certain way. And I imagine what if something happened to this character, something really happened all of a sudden, and he doesn't know how to deal with that loss. And this is how, the dreams and everything is happening. But this originally, it did not start with Dan. It started, with a different character. But due to certain things that were not feasible for the festival and also the feedback, I realized it makes more sense to have one character, and this character, because he's going through some serious changes in his life. Everything doesn't happen in his real life as it happens in dreams. It's maybe it's not a balance per se, but I think the play gives me this opportunity to. I know that when it comes to certain things, like you lose someone and you say this is fine and this is it. But what if you open the door and there is something else there? And this is, the opportunity that the play and working on its revisions has given me, just to question, maybe there is something else. If it's not really something else, at least my imagination is going to benefit from that. For persons who like, or actually I don't like, but I like to be in control. So for persons who are in control, to realize maybe losing the control, maybe opening this gate or door or whatever it is, it's an interesting, liberating, scary feeling. For this piece in particular, I guess the fact that when it comes to knowing the brain, there are also still many unknowns. And I realized we sometimes put science here and the humanities here, and we want, them to fight. But actually, both of them are fragile. Both of them have unknowns. Both of them have possibilities. And if before the piece I was just aware of dreams, the piece allowed me the possibility to see there is the next level, so to speak, of dreams, lucid dreams. And I was not aware of lucid dreams. So it was interesting that, even that allowed me to read more into what's happening here. And I try to put certain things in the play as well. There isn't a recipe. Nobody can say, if you're doing this, this, and that, you're going to have experienced a lucid dream. But at least you are aware that there is something else out there. It's sometimes we are used to say a prayer. Sometimes we think intensely about someone. And I guess just thinking about that someone gives us back those energies. Not fully, probably, but in part. And again, the thing with science is we, I don't want to say that we are blind folded, but there is something like when you don't see with the eyes, but you open yourself to different senses. I guess both what you experience and both what the science or through science, the experiment, there is an interesting dialogue. Again, going back to this idea of aging, of which I'm not scared. We grow up to think that we are going to fall in love only once. And that's not true. We fall in love. I mean, if we allow ourselves, we fall in love several times. And sometimes these these people are not in our lives, but we hear about them, or we listen to a song and we realize, well, I have so many things in common with the character or the person in the song. We go outside and we see people walking and we look at them interacting. I see my students. So I guess it's part of who I am. I listen. I listen a lot. Even this interview, I mean, I can speak, but I prefer to listen. And when you prefer to listen, you absorb a lot. And I go and I just mind my own business. I start to grade, or I read something, or I do the dishes, something mundane, vacuum, whatever. And I feel like something is happening inside of me. And then a line comes out and I say, maybe I should do something with this. Maybe I should just save it. I don't know. But I let myself being taken by these waves, so to speak.